Hi, what's up? I'm Amit. I've been on self-improvement for a few years now. I just wanted to make this video in order to share my experiences and my mistakes, what I didn't do well along the way, and hopefully this will help at least one person. So the first thing I started doing, like many other people, was working out, exercise. So in 2020, I began just doing push-ups every day. Slowly I increased the amount of reps, and so the first 30 days, I don't think I could do more than like 10. Anyways, I steadily increased from there. Around the 1 year mark, I think I was doing 50 a day. Keep in mind that was a long time for me. Like, I don't think I've ever worked for something that hard before during that time. And yeah, so after 2 years of doing that, and 2022, I got bored of push-ups. I saw a YouTube short on planching, which is the calisthenics scale. I think I could put a picture up or something. And so I started training that. In calisthenics, the lever exercises, like the ones where you're horizontal, they're a lot harder for taller people. And I'm 6 foot, 5'11", 5'11 and 3/4. Yeah, and so it was decently hard for me, So slowly I started working at it. I learned a lot about form and stuff. Yeah, form. Slowly I started getting stronger. Started moving forward a lot faster. And the planche journey really helped me develop a mindset towards working on something for the long term, just like the push-ups did. And so, so I gained a lot of shoulder strength, I guess strength in general, and I also increased my discipline and I guess willpower, because you have to stay pretty lean. And so it's been around 16 months since I started planche, and I reached straddle planche, which I can show like a video or something. And I don't only do calisthenics though. So the next thing I started doing in December of 2022, so a little after I started planche, was weightlifting, like a lot of people. And this weightlifting didn't really help very much, because I wasn't consistent at it up until a few months ago. So I didn't really see any, well, I did. I saw a lot of improvements, but I didn't see any rapid improvements, because I was going like twice a week max. And so I started watching a lot of content about the gym, and because of that I got recommended a bunch of Hamza videos. I got recommended Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson doesn't really talk about exercise, but he talks a lot about like masculinity, what it should be, how it affects society. So I kind of started watching those at the same time and really started developing the self-improvement masculine mindset because of that. And yeah, that's kind of it for watching content. Hamza's helped a lot. I've learned a lot from him, especially the diet. So diet, when I first started looking into eating cleaner, I was, I think I was eating like, I was going to 7-Eleven probably 4 or 5 times a week. So super unhealthy, probably close to 100 grams of sugar a day, which was, oh my god, I felt so bad. But I wasn't present really, so I couldn't figure out that I was feeling bad, but I know I was feeling bad because I was tired all the time. And so in around January, I started trying to eat healthier, because I was on this improvement journey. I was making some good progress with calisthenics, with the gym. I just wanted to feel better, So I started keeping track of what I was eating, and yeah, so I failed many times. Like, I was treating it as sort of like a no-fap type of thing where you can't have anything, and that didn't really work that well for me because that was such a big jump. So I think in one of the Hamza videos he mentions like gradually decreasing the amount of times, and so for things like Sour Patch Kids, I immediately stopped, but for other things like chocolates, chips, whatever, that took a very long time for me to dial down. And like even now, like if I'm with my family or something and we're getting ice cream, yeah, I'll have some ice cream. But I'm proud of the fact that it's gone way down because I've kind of changed my mindset about food in general. And yeah. And so I still track my calories and my food now, just for, it's a habit now. I just like eating healthy food now. It's very fun. I think I've replaced a lot of unhealthy food with things like fruits. Like I love blueberries, I love pomegranates, strawberries, raspberries, I guess any berry. Apples, kind of. Yeah, I try to get my protein in. I try to get everything in. Fats are healthy, carbs, depends what kind. Protein, obviously, to gain muscle. Yeah, that's kind of it for diet. And so, to really change my mindset and to kind of, mindset for me kind of made everything possible, like all the improvements. Like I'm nowhere near done, but I'm better than I was last year. And so I think the thing that changed my mindset the most was watching a lot of videos about improving. And I think eventually it just gets so ingrained in your mind that it's like there's no other option, Like if you watch enough Hamza videos, eventually, no matter what, I think eventually it would all like make sense. You would agree with him, and I think that's kind of what I did. Not just with Hamza, but I started consuming a lot more content that was at least helpful in a way. And this was a pretty big change for me because I have around 3,000 hours on Rocket League, or I stopped. But yeah, during COVID, played a lot of Rocket League. I watched a lot of Rocket League. And so it was a pretty big change, not watching any of that and just focusing on how I can improve myself day by day. And yeah, that's it with content, I think. And so with the change in mindset, I started meditating, which at first I really did not enjoy. Like when I started, I hated it. It was so boring. I didn't know what I was doing. I would just sit in the backyard think I even started with hands like this, but I quickly stopped. Um, yeah, I just had some like random music playing. I don't know what it was. It might have been nature or something. And I would just think about not thinking. And obviously I sucked at it in the beginning. And I think a good thing about like meditation is so important to get better at because it has so many benefits to daily life. Like staying present is so healthy and so good because you're not sidetracked with anything. If you're talking to someone, you actually look like you care about what they're talking about, or you actually care about what they're talking about, and it's just really good. It basically helps with everything, you know. And so, how I was able to start being consistent was Medito. These are apps, by the way. Medito and Skill Tree. So Skill Tree is like this. Well, it's a tree where they give you a bunch of things like tasks to do, and the more you do them, the more the tree grows. I mean, I like it. It works for me, but you can try it, see what works for you. And the second app is Medito, and I like it because it tracks the amount of minutes meditated, and it also has like a bunch of free courses. It's such a cool app. It's really good. Um, yeah, and so the second thing was journaling. Journaling, I also didn't like. I thought it was boring. I didn't really know what to journal about, so I did some research. I think I started journaling earlier this year, and yeah, so I hated it for the first couple of months. I was not very consistent with it, and I really did not enjoy it, yeah. And so what I started doing was thinking of different prompts I can give myself. Like, for example, what has impacted me the most in life? Or something like, what can I do better tomorrow that I didn't do today? Or something like that, like a cool prompt you can give yourself to really make yourself think. And yeah, it's like a good way to either start or end the day. And slowly, it just got more like ingrained in my daily routine. And yeah, it's pretty fun now, I would say. And the last thing I really want to mention is reading. So reading for me has been a long journey. I did not like reading at all because of school. Like, who wants to read fucking To Kill a Mockingbird? Like, that's just so boring. But I started reading things about improving myself, and that became so fun for me after a long time. I have this like reading log that I keep track of my books, and that makes me that motivates me, I guess. I mean, I love the reading anyways, but it's like an extra thing. And so I would say, if you want, keep a log, see what you read, maybe use it for a couple months, a year, I don't know. See how many books you read, maybe try to steadily increase the number of books you read. For me, my Kindle has helped a lot. Yeah, it's just less distracting than your phone, and I don't really like physical books. That's just me, you know. If you like physical books, feel free. Yeah, and I started reading pretty much every day. Oh, I started reading in June, so not that long ago. But I started reading every day. I love it now. Just basically for a lot of these things, the more consistent you are, the faster you actually like them, I would say. Yeah. And yeah, so that's my story. I hope you can gather something that would help you from that. Maybe use some of my mistakes and don't do that. Know that it's gonna take time to get consistent. Like I'm not perfect. I'm still trying to improve myself, get more consistent with different things I struggle with, like running. Yeah, just enjoy the process. It gets fun after a while, I promise.